Tell me you're not a welder without telling me you're not a welder. That's some ugly welds. I don't know what the heck happened. Alright, I am back on this Crown Vic today. I haven't touched it in almost 3 months, and it's just been sitting on this lift, taking up space. So, as you can see, I bought a full exhaust kit off eBay. That eBay special exhaust. I believe it's a 2.5 inch. I was gonna do 3, but I decided 2.5 inch is plenty. And I've got it mocked up like this for now. Got it pointing down, nothing's welded yet, it's just dangling. What I'm gonna do is, well, this, I don't wanna move it because it'll fall. What I wanted to do was, I wanted to go through the original spot where the original exhaust goes, which is very tight because the original exhaust was like probably 1.5 inches or something like that. And it was just a pipe, and it was going above the exhaust, which I don't think that's gonna work for me with this 2.5 inch pipe. So I'm probably just gonna go below the axle here, and my goal is to use these 2018 and up Mustang GT mufflers. I think that would look really cool, and that was my goal. The only problem is they're so big, I didn't really realize how big they are. I would probably have to cut into this trunk just a bit, you know, get some of this out of the way. I don't want to mess with the evap stuff because I might be still using it, maybe even past emissions here in the future, but I don't know, let's not jump too far, I guess. So I'll trim this trunk a little bit, that's the plan, and then I'll trim the bumper, and I'll use the quad exhaust exit off a Mustang GT. But I don't know if I'll do all that in this video or at this time, because what I want to do is I want to run the pipes, the exhaust, and I want to put the O2 sensors on. That's my main goal right now, is have the O2 sensors, and then I'll just maybe point it down for now and go from there. So I'm gonna just do a little bit of welding here and there and see what I come up with. Alright, for now I'm just gonna tack weld it and make sure everything fits before I go all out and weld everything up. Alright, so I got one side, passenger side, tack welded. That looks pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and do this side as well, because it's just also just hanging here right now. And once I tack weld it, I'm gonna try to put it in place, maybe make some kind of hanger. There's 2 bolts that stick out right here, I guess from the seats, from the front seats. Maybe I'll try to mount to that with some kind of, you know, exhaust hangers. I did save the original exhaust hangers. I'll try to use them if I can. Like there's one here. I could probably weld this to the exhaust or something, and I have the hangers. So let's see what happens. But I'm excited to hear how this sounds. I mean, I know it's gonna be loud because this is just straight piped, but we'll see. Why is it moving? So I'm pretty happy with the passenger side exhaust, custom exhaust I have here, and I'm gonna end up using the OEM, the original mounts. I think it's gonna be something like this. I think what I'll do is I'll make the hole bigger, and then I'll weld a bolt to the exhaust itself, and then it's gonna hang right there. That's gonna be good, and it's gonna be the same thing on this other side, I guess. Well, wait a minute. Yeah, it's gonna be like this. So that's working out good. The driver's side, why I'm not happy is because I'd like it to go higher. There's a huge gap right here between the frame and the exhaust, and there's a smaller one here. I'm trying to get it tucked as high as I can, and as you can see, there's a height difference from side to side. So I tried to bend it up and I couldn't do it, because when I bend it up it just goes back into place. And I plan to just maybe take an inch out of this section here, just cut it, and then cut an inch off and just weld it together. I think that should bring the exhaust up to where it needs to be. That way it's gonna be even with this one. I'm trying to get them on the same level. And so I got the front section pretty much figured out here. As far as the back, I think, like I said earlier, I'm just gonna go below the axle here, and there's original mounts up here. Maybe I'll somehow hang it and go around the axle like that. All right, so I've got it pretty much lined up. They're still a little bit different from side to side. This one is a little bit more offset to the driver's side, but I think it's as good as it gets. And I've got these mounts. These are original mounts from the rear, I believe. I removed, and I just drilled a bigger hole, and there's a stud. I believe it's a bolt from the seats that sticks out. I put a nut on it, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find some bolts and weld them on to the exhaust, and it'll hold it up in place. Hopefully it's gonna hold it. I don't know, this might come out eventually, but I think it's gonna be okay for now. I mean, eventually I think I'm gonna redo a lot of things as time goes on, but for right now, I think once I put bolts or studs, weld them onto this exhaust, I can actually hang it and then weld everything all the way around, and put the O2 sensor ports in there. I'm gonna do, I don't know if I need all four, but I'm gonna do all four anyways, and then go from there. So right now I'm gonna drill some holes for the upstream and downstream. I've got these things here, I guess O2 bungs or whatever they're called. I'm gonna go ahead and drill some holes, and then once I take it back to the weld room, I'm gonna go ahead and weld everything one last time, and then it'll be done. So once I put these exhaust pieces back on, driver side and passenger side, onto the car, they're gonna stay for good. and I'll work on the exhaust from that point. But at this point it's just gonna hang on one hanger per side. So let me drill some holes and then get this thing welded up. Tell me you're not a welder without telling me you're not a welder. That's some ugly welds. I don't know what the heck happened. Usually this thing's set to the proper thing, but I don't know. Something's wrong. Something's definitely wrong. I mean, I'm not a professional welder or anything. Like, I never weld. But this right here came out partially decent, but well, I don't know what the heck that is. Whatever. I mean, if it leaks, it leaks. Who cares? At least it's one piece now, and I got the O2 sensor bungs, so we're good. Alright, so I got the exhaust back up there with my ugly welds. What I'm gonna do is I ordered some exhaust wrap, and I'm just gonna wrap it from up there all the way probably past this second downstream sensor. It's gonna cover up my ugly welds, also protect all the hoses and everything here from heat. There's a lot going on this side. Over here also there's transmission lines that go pretty close to the exhaust. So I'm gonna wrap both sides to make it match and cover up my welds. And for now I might just do side exits. This is what I was looking at here, because to get those Mustang mufflers on is gonna be quite a bit of work, and that's gonna take forever, and I'm trying to get this thing tuned. Right, Vasily?
Yeah.
Vasily's been helping me with this exhaust. Right? Yeah, so bear with me. I mean, I've had some health issues here in the last few months, that's why I haven't been on it, but I'm gonna get back on this thing and hopefully get it drivable and achieve my goal by driving this to the gas station to buy an energy drink. Even though I can't drink energy drinks anymore, but I'm still gonna drive and buy a Red Bull, and I'll give it to Vasily, he can drink it. Right?
Sounds good.
Yep. Alright, so stay tuned to the next video and like and subscribe. Later.